Okay, so I'm going to turn off my video now so that we can focus on the screen. How was your experience? Let's quickly do a round of recap and tell me what you learned, what you did. Did you find any difficulty? Was it easier this time? Let's start with Anya.
It wasn't easier or harder.
Okay. Yashasvi?
It was fun and challenging.
Challenging as well? Okay.
A little bit only.
Okay. And Mukul, how about you?
I feel the team-based learning was a bit harder.
Team-based learning was hard. Yeah. I can see Anya and Yashasvi, you all did not do the team-based learning. Am I right?
The highlight?
Yes.
I think I sent it yesterday.
You sent it. Okay. We'll check every folder now. And how about Anya?
Oh, we had to do it.
Yeah. So I can understand. Maybe there was a miss in the instructions. We skipped it. But it seems that a couple of articles have been skipped. Maybe one or two of you have skipped that. But we'll go through it. In any case, we're going to take one more week to do a revision of everything. And today what I'm going to do is this. I am going to use the screen and put up the article as I have. I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to put up on screen the article with the highlights as I have done them. Okay. What I want you to do is to open your articles, the ones with your highlights, which you have uploaded on the drive. So I'm going to share my screen and show you what I mean. So is my screen visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, as you can see, there is a page in the drive. There is a study material folder. Number 1, study material. Am I right? Then you have your individual folders. Anya, this is the view of your folder. I can see Just Relax. I can see Please Hold the Line. I can see Survivor from the Sky. So 3rd July, 27 June. So I imagine you have put up only Please Hold the Line. Is that right? You have Survivor from the Sky. You have Just Relax and Please Hold the Line. Let me see what the others are. Just Relax. Okay. Okay. So what you're going to do is, let us start with study material. We have to do sleeping on the job. All of you, please, in one window of your computer, open your highlighted version of sleeping on the job. All of you, your own version. As I can see, Anya, I can see sleeping on the job. I can't find sleeping on the job, Anya. In your folder, I don't see sleeping on the job. Is it there? Did you upload it?
I think I did.
Okay. Could you check in your folder now whether it's visible?
Okay.
Mukul, the same thing. I can see that you have put keyword sleeping on the job PDF. Okay. Sleeping.
After that is the document.
I'm sorry.
After the PDF.
Okay. Sleeping on the job. Yes, you've done it as a job document as well. So this belongs to Mukul. Okay, so you can have this open on your screen. Yashasvi, I'm going through your folder now. Sleeping on the job, key points. Very good.
So it's not there.
I see it there. It's there. Yashasvi's folder, sleeping on the job. I can find it there, 12th July. This is yours, right?
Yes.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Now what I'm going to do is, I am going to open my version of the same document. Okay. Now what we're going to do is, Anya, can you confirm whether your folder has sleeping on the job?
It doesn't.
Sorry?
It doesn't.
It doesn't. Okay. So then you can do it a little later. For now, you can just follow what we are saying, what we are discussing. Okay. But you have done it, right? You have done it, I suppose. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's just you just need to upload it a little later. What you have to do, Anya, what you need to do is, we are going to compare the highlights that you have done as a student with my highlights. So you can see on the screen now, I have,
Yes.
I'm showing you my highlighted notes, and then I'm going to compare it maybe with Mukul's and Yashasvi's. Okay. So we will do alternatingly. First, we will start with Mukul's. Mukul, what you can do is you have two windows. I had explained before the start of this session that I wanted to have two windows. One will be the window where our class is going on, and another will be the window where your sleeping on the job assignment is open. Are you ready with that, Mukul?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now you keep alternating between, and this is my highlight. What I want you to do is in your computer, you open your highlights of sleeping on the job on one screen or on one window. And in this window where the class is going on, I will keep the my highlights on. What you have to do is alternate between these two windows and compare my highlights and your highlights. And after a few minutes, after you've analyzed and compared your entire article, you tell me what are the differences you found. Now, is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Mukul, you're also clear about it? Anya,
Yes,
you
sir.
also? All right. I'll wait for you. Whenever you need me to go down the screen or scroll down, please let me know, Mukul.
Okay, sir. So can you scroll down? So next paragraph. Done, sir.
Done? All right. Yashasvi, how are you placed?
Yeah, I saw the differences. I
Good.
saw.
Good. Now we're going to discuss them. First, Mukul will start and then we'll come to Yashasvi. Anya, how about you? Were you able to compare?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you understood where your differences lie?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, done. So we are going to do another exercise. I'm going to give you one more assignment, especially Anya for you, because Anya, you agree that you had missed out a lot of important points.
Yeah.
Okay. Now,
The
before
first
Mukul,
paragraph was pretty much the same, but the rest were different.
okay. Now this is very important because if we don't get this right, then the next phase of our work will not be possible. Okay. So I will wait. I will be patient till all of you get it 99% right. The remaining 1% will come with the more you practice, the more you do, the better you will get at it. For now, I need you to be 99% accurate. Okay. Okay. So Anya, I'll give you a different task a little later. For now, let's start with the analysis. Mukul, over to you.
The first few paragraphs were okay, like they were correct. But then towards the end, the last two paragraphs, I missed out a lot of points.
Sorry, I didn't realize that I was on mute. Mukul, my question to you is, could you tell me which of the points you had not highlighted and what was your realizations?
I didn't highlight biologically based, and then nap zone,
Mm-hmm.
typically between noon and 3 p.m.
Yes.
Then I highlighted caffeine or sugar, which I shouldn't have.
No, it's fine if you have. That's see, a little more is all right. Too much extra is a little is a problem because then you will be missing the main points and focusing on the unnecessary ones. But a few points extra, it doesn't matter. Go ahead.
And after that, the only thing I highlighted was boosting production and need rest to do their best.
Okay. And what do you think is the reason you missed out on these important points,
Uh,
especially in the last paragraph?
Last paragraph, only three highlights. I did longer commutes, little nap, and good for business.
Longer commutes, little nap, good for business. Okay. So what is the significance of longer commutes in your work, in your highlight? You see, you put it as a standalone highlight. It's not connected to anything. There is not a complete. It does your highlight does not convey completely what you are trying to get across. Am I right? By itself,
Yes,
longer
sir.
commute. It should be accompanied with longer commutes are taking a toll. At least you can say taking a toll. Do you agree with me? Sorry.
Yes, sir.
At least if you say longer commutes taking a toll, then we understand what you're trying to say. And along with that, you can say stressful working days, right? Because higher production demand is almost the same point as stressful working days. Longer commutes and stressful working days are taking a toll, where it gives an indication that stress levels are increasing. A little nap is good for business. In that, I would say, yes, actually, your highlights are good. Longer commute was a good point, and maybe I should also include it. Let me see. You're right. Longer commutes and what shall I say? Higher production demands are taking a toll. I would say stressful work day. Good point. Mukul, that was not a bad point at all. Okay. It's just that you needed to complete it and round up the entire highlight. Okay. So, more or less, Mukul, you have 90 to 95% accuracy. Can we say that?
I don't know.
Would you would you agree?
Uh, I don't know.
You're the one who did the comparison better than me, so you are a better judge. Was it 90%, 95%?
Yeah, only one paragraph I missed out a few points.
Fine, that's
So
fine. So let's say 90% for now. Okay. And now with these comparison, you have got almost 100% right. All right. So let's go over to Yashasvi.
Yeah, I noticed some differences.
Can you lead us through some of the differences? And do you understand why?
Yeah.
Please explain.
So one that I noticed is
Mhm.
I think you have many different colors in it.
Okay. You can ignore the different colors. It means nothing. I will explain some important points in the next session. I mean, in the next round after you finish. But Esther, I just want to know if you understood the differences between your work and mine.
Yeah. And I highlighted more than you did.
Okay. And is it
And
all
also, I think I missed out some important points and did some extra highlights.
you did some extra? So missed out extra highlights is okay. But if you missed out on the important points, can you tell us which are those points? Which one did you miss? I'm more interested in that.
Um, I didn't see exactly which all points I missed.
Take one example. Let's discuss it.
One example. Um,
Let me compare. Okay, let's take North Americans associate naps, laziness, non-productivity, close business, more alert, serious talk. Okay, first paragraph more or less correct. Average American annually sleep at 500 hours. 2 out of 3 Americans get less. Okay, first two paragraphs is more or less the same. You have got almost the right points. Let's see the next. Some companies are encouraging sleep primarily for safety. Then others are not accepted this practice. Okay, now let's see the last line. You said not accepted this practice. Who has not accepted this practice? Now, if you look at your highlights, Yashasvi, you're saying some companies encouraging sleep primarily for safety, train operators and bus drivers. That's a complete idea. We can understand that some companies, especially bus drivers and train operators, are encouraging sleep at work for safety because they have to drive. But suddenly you're saying not accepted. That does not give me any complete idea of what you want to say. Airlines in the United States have not accepted this practice yet. It must be the complete sentence. Because if you above you have said some companies have accepted, then suddenly you say not accepted. The person reading your highlights will get confused because you just said some companies are encouraging sleep. Suddenly you're saying not accepted. So the phrase not accepted will be a little misleading if you do not highlight United States or airlines in the United States. Do you understand, Anya? Sorry, Yashasvi?
yeah.
Okay, good. Now we are going to the next bit. According to the encyclopedia, mid-afternoon slowdown. Okay, again here, do you see? Just compare this part. This is important for you to see. This paragraph, can you compare? So I'm keeping my highlights on the screen. You open your highlights and compare and tell me how my highlights are different from yours and which one do you agree to? Pick up the highlights on my screen, on the class, on our meeting screen. Biologically based tendency to fall asleep in mid-afternoon. It increases alertness. Nap zone is typically between noon and 3 p.m. It improves in mood and performance. Companies have begun encouraging naps, boosting production. Okay. So whatever I said, does it give you an idea of what they're trying to convey?
Yes.
Yes. Now let's read yours. Mid-afternoon, slow down with caffeine sugar, improvements in mood and performance, concentrate better, persevere in tasks longer, sneak naps without permission, boosting production, 2000 square foot nap facility. Yeah, that's a good one actually. Distributors are opening a 2000 square foot. That is good enough. Eye shades and earplugs, understanding that employees need to rest to do their best. The second part, I agree, because whatever examples you have given are good. They're almost the same points as I have tried to give. Basically, what we're trying to say is companies have begun encouraging naps, boosting production. Instead of that, you've given examples that they are giving 2,000 square foot nap, boosting production. But, okay, they're giving eye shades and plugs. All that is summarized with companies have begun encouraging naps, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. However, what you have missed is this part. There is a biological based tendency to fall asleep. Now, when you say in mid-afternoon, what does that idea say? Have you not missed the main point? Just by itself, in mid-afternoon, does not convey any idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what you have to try to say is there is a biologically based tendency to fall asleep in the. Are we saying that we like to play in the mid-afternoon? There is a tendency to have maximum creativity in the mid-afternoon.
No.
Yes. No. So because if you highlight just mid-afternoon, we don't know what you're saying about the mid-afternoon. What you can highlight is biological tendency for what? For thirst, for hunger,
No.
for what then?
Falling asleep.
Fall asleep. That is actually the most important point. Okay. It's actually not even to fall asleep. You have to say that there's a natural tendency, a biological tendency to fall asleep. When? In the mid-afternoon. All these 3 points are important. In fact, they're very important in this paragraph. So you see what you missed?
Yeah.
So this was a very important point. But what you have put in the middle is not wrong at all. It's correct. I said it the same thing in a different way. You said it in a different way. But the idea is being conveyed. So I'm not too worried about this portion. I'm worried about this portion. This we cannot afford to, because if you lose that, then you miss the main point. And then what we are going to do next, you will see when you have to write an answer, if you miss the main point, then your answer will not be correct. Okay?
Yeah.
Understanding that the employees need to rest. Who is understanding? Smart employers. Okay, that's enough. Smart employer is fine. Let's go to the last paragraph and see what happens. Stressful work days, taking a toll. Okay. Just a way to keep people at the office. Who says this? What is just just a way to keep people at the office? Your highlight does not convey. So if you look at my highlight, it says some suspect that that's just a way to keep people at the office longer. What? Nap time. This also we should have highlight.
Yeah.
So some suspect that this nap time, which we have spoken about above, is just a way to keep the people office longer. But is this the truth? Now, let's see this. Now, I'm coming to the point that I wanted to explain about the different color highlights. And Yashasvi, you have said just a way to keep people at the office longer. Is this the opinion of the writer, the author of the article? Is he saying that this nap time, which some companies are giving to their employees, is it just a way to keep people at the office longer? Or is it that just some people are suspecting this?
Yeah. It's not a fact. It's not like.
It's not a fact. It is just somebody's opinion. Am I right?
Yeah.
That is the reason I have highlighted above in pink. I will explain to you now. Mukul, you were asking, why there are different colors. I will explain that. This is very important to understand, because if I just take this idea, I'm going to copy it. I'm going to go down the screen and I'm going to paste it here. Just a way to keep people in the office longer. Or let's say I'm going to add another word. Nap time is just a way to keep people at the office longer. Similarly, I'm going to go up and I'm saying associate afternoon naps with laziness and non-productivity. I'm going to copy this highlight and I'm putting these here. Suppose you see only this on the screen, or you see only these highlights. Somebody sees these 2 points. Now we have taken these points from the text itself. Am I right?
Yes,
Anya, are you there? Yeah. So Mukul, you can see these 2 points. If somebody had to look at these points just by themselves, nap time is just a way to keep people at the office longer. Associate afternoon naps with laziness and non-productivity. Somebody who reads your highlight will believe that this article is suggesting that taking a nap is lazy and leads to non-productivity. Is that what the article is saying? The article is saying just the opposite, right?
Yes, sir.
For example, if I say North Americans, or there is a tendency to associate. When we say this, there is a tendency to, I'm going to put this in red so that you understand, or in blue. When I say there is a tendency to associate afternoon naps, you see the meaning changes. It shows you that this is not the opinion of the author, but he's talking about people who tend to believe like that. Similarly, when I say some suspect, and I bring it here, and I put it here, some suspect that nap time is just a way. That whenever you get something like this, that some suspect or there is a tendency to, you understand that the author actually is going to suggest something different from this. For example, now just at the end of this sentence, if I say, however, research has shown that this not true. Now you see what is the danger of highlighting an opinion without pointing out whose opinion it is. Do you see? If you say just have this highlight, this is the danger of highlighting. See do you understand what I'm pointing out? Let's look at
Yes, sir.
only
Yes, sir.
what you're seeing on the screen. Let's look at only that. Some suspect nap time is just a way to keep people at the office longer. However, research has shown this is not true. Which is the opinion of the article writer? Is the green portion the opinion of the article writer? Or is it that...
Non-highlighted.
Yes, so you have to highlight this also. This is not true. So what I will do is I would highlight this. Now does it give a picture? Some suspect nap time, way to people keep people at the
Yes,
office.
sir.
This
Yes,
is
sir.
not true. This is a complete picture. So when you're highlighting, be very careful what you highlight. Anya, sorry, Yashasvi, do you follow what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yes. Similarly, at the end of this, but research has proved this idea wrong. Now tell me, if you don't highlight prove this idea wrong in this example, you have completely got the wrong idea. Do you agree? So when what you have highlighted is not the opinion of the article, he is giving somebody else's opinion. So these two I would put as a classical example, and I'm going to copy and paste it in this our master document, which is going to be there for your in your, what do you say, in your, for your reference. Now let's explain to you why I have given a different color. North Americans, let me increase the size. I'm going to read this paragraph to you. North Americans are not the people of the siesta. There is a tendency to associate afternoon naps with laziness and non-productivity. Please tell me, is this the opinion of the article writer?
Yes.
It is. Does he associate naps with laziness and non-productivity? Let me read the other line. Latin Americans are and some in European cultures take a different view. They close their businesses between noon and about 4 p.m. siesta time. Now you see, North Americans have a different opinion. Latin Americans and some European cultures have a different opinion. They actually close their offices between noon and 4 p.m. Did you know that? Mexico, Greece, and even in Spain, they shut down their offices and between lunchtime and 4 p.m. Did you know that? Whereas in
No,
North
sir.
America and in Germany and France, they start early and they go right through lunchtime and they close by 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock. Right? So afternoon naps are only part of some cultures, not all cultures. Now, the reason I've given you two different colors here is because two different opinions have been expressed. To show the contrast that there are two different opinions, I use two colors. Do you understand now, Mukul?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, Anya, it's your turn. Anya, you would have analyzed your work and compared it
Yeah.
with. Can you please lead us through what you found?
So the first The first paragraph is pretty much the same. There are a few different words. Not many.
Not many.
It's pretty much the same. But after that, I've highlighted a lot less than what you've highlighted.
Right. Now, what I'm going to ask you and Yashasvi, and also Mukul, you can also do it. You are going to take my example, which you will find under the first folder. You see this first folder, right? Study material. Do you see the screen? Under this, document number 3. Okay. Document number 3 is this document. Now, you don't have edit rights, so it will remain as it is. You also have this chapter table with you, right? Which is also available under the study material. You already have a copy of it in your WhatsApp. It's also available here in the drive. It's document number 0. Make a copy of this 0, and you make 2 copies of this, sleeping on the job. So I am going to put sleeping on the job. You will then put your name, and then you say mine, and then another version you will make sleeping on the job, name Vikram. Okay. So you will make 2 versions. You make one of this. That is, for say, suppose it's Mukul. I'll say Mukul. That means I know that based on your text, you have created the highlights. You have made this table. Then you create another version based on my document. We don't need these nouns, verbs, everything. I need only the key.
Same document?
No, you can make 2 separate documents. 2 separate documents. That means you make a copy of this document number 0. Make 2 versions. And then to make sure that the document, I can identify which is based on my highlights and which is based on your highlights, you mention your name at the end of the file name. Is that all right? Have you understood? Yashasvi, have you understood?
Not exactly.
Okay. Now, do you see this document number 0? Chapter table? You make 2 copies of it. And you know how to make a tabular format, right? Where you've been doing it for Just Relax and also Survivor from the Sky. You'll have done the transfer of notes where you copy the highlights and put them into the table.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you are going to do the same for this article called Sleeping on the Job. And you are going to make 2 versions of it. One, you will transfer the notes from my highlights, which is given here. You have this document under this folder. It's document number 3. Do you see it? Do you see it?
Yeah.
On the screen? Yes. You will create this table based on this document. And then another version of the same table, suppose this will be Yashasvi. Suppose you're putting Yashasvi, and this is your Yashasvi, and you'll say my notes. You can say based on my notes. Okay, this will be your title, Yashasvi. Okay. Then you make another copy of it where you will say Yashasvi based on Sir's notes. Can you do that? So you're making 2 versions. Now is it clear? Hello?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. So you're making 2 copies. What I want you to see at the end of it is, once you transfer the notes, then you will read Sir's notes and your notes. Then you see which one conveys the right meaning. Mukul, is it clear to you?
Yes, I already made the documents.
You've already made your document, right? Based on your notes, you have made it, right? Can you make one based on my notes? Actually, Mukul,
no, sir, I'm making now. I'm making now.
Okay. Now, Anya, have you understood what you have to do?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're making 2 copies of this tabular format of the notes. One based on your notes, one based on my notes. Okay. Okay. Now, another task you have to do is come back to the folder. You can see on the screen there is document number 4. Please hold the line. All right. We are going to open this. What I want you to do is, again, compare your notes, your highlights with my highlights. That's your second assignment. And then again do this same for your notes and my notes. Will it be clear? You understand?
So we need to do it for please hold the line and sleep on the job.
Yes. Before you do the table, I want you to compare your notes like we did in this class today. You compare whether you've got the right highlights. Okay. Understand where your differences are. And then you create two versions of this tabular format. One version with your notes, one version with my notes. So totally there are 3 tasks. Got it? One is you create the tabular formats for sleeping on the job. Second is you compare your notes with about please hold the line. And the third is create the tabular format for please hold the line. Assignments clear?
So
2 tables
tabular
for
format.
sleeping on the job.
Anya, you can start first. You
Okay.
can No, Yashasvi, you were speaking, I think.
Yeah.
Yes, please go ahead.
So tabular format. Are we
Mhm.
supposed to do it for please hold the line and
Yes.
sleeping on the job?
Yes. And for each, you will do 2 versions, one with your notes and one with my notes.
Okay.
But before you do, please hold the line in tabular format. I want you to first read and compare your notes, your highlights with my highlights, just like we did in today's class to understand where you went wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you will make the notes in 2 versions.
Yeah.
Okay. Chapter name.
So 2 tables for sleeping on the job, 2 tables for please hold the line.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. And just before you make the table, so please hold the line, spend 5 to 10 minutes comparing my notes with your notes. Clear? So there are three parts to the assignment today. The purpose of this is for you to understand and to perfect your highlighting skills. I'm not going to the next level till you get this right. Till you come and tell me, yes, I've understood where I'm going wrong with the highlights. Till that time, I will continue to repeat this. Maybe one more class, maybe I will repeat this. Maybe it's not required. Maybe by the time you do these assignments, you will have understood the difference between correct highlighting and wrong highlighting. Okay. Any questions for me? Any
No,
questions?
sir.
Okay. Anya, I
No.
wanted to ask you, I saw that in the first paragraph there was not much highlighting. So this particular exercise that I've given is specifically important for you. Comparison of
Okay.
highlights. Okay, it may sound like a lot. It may sound repetitive. Why he's asking me to make a table with my notes and then make a table with his notes? It's absolutely important for you. Okay, and this.
Okay.
By when do you think you can complete all these assignments?
I'm not sure.
Can you set aside 1 hour tomorrow and 1 hour day after tomorrow to finish? Maybe tomorrow you can do one chapter, 2 tables. Day after tomorrow, you can do the other chapter, 2 tables.
Yeah.
Can you do? Yeah. So let's say today is Thursday. By Saturday, by Monday, will you complete both?
Yeah.
Okay. Yashasvi, is it possible for you?
Yes.
Okay. Mukul, how about you?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. It won't take you much time. It's just simple copy paste. It's simple copy paste. Just one task which is important, which really uses your mind, is that when you sit down to compare your notes with this one, what you see. Oh, you don't have the screen now, right? Yeah, the screen is on, right? You can see my screen. So the only task that
Yes,
requires
sir.
a little bit of your analysis is the comparison of this chapter with your notes. The rest is mechanical copy and paste. All right. Okay, now next class will be very important. You will begin to see the significance of what we are studying. So next class we'll have by Tuesday or Thursday, depending on when you're available. Today's class is not really a class. Today's class was really to make you to recap, to revise, and to perfect the skill that we have been learning for the last 2 sessions. Okay, and I need you to do these 2 days assignment, these 2 assignments meticulously. If you do them, you will understand and you will get this concept correct. So can I count on you that you will do it by Monday?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Mukul,
Yes, sir.
Anya,
Yeah.
perfect. All right, I'll take your leave now. All the best, and keep updating me as and when you finish any one of the assignments on WhatsApp. See you all.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye.